Hi Leo, welcome to your March reading. So this is going to be, of course, a general spread like always. So use your intuition, take the things that are meant for you, and don't try to make anything fit. I think these general readings are wonderful to kind of plant seeds and make you think and reflect in ways that it applies to your life. So again, use your discernment in any general tarot reading. If you do want a personal reading, I do offer those. My information's in the description box. Thank you guys for all of your support over the years. You guys have been wonderful to me, wonderful teachers as well. I love learning how to, read and interpret and grow and expand with you guys. And I love reading your comments. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into the messages for Leo for the month of March. Messages that would be helpful for Leo. I am a Leo rising. So this is for me. Ooh. One flying out. You can be flying. This is the Chariot. This is movement forward. So the Chariot is always adorned by kind of stars. This kind of feels like more and more alignment with purpose. So you can be doing more things that you love to do. You can be thinking actually about travel, or, it can be astral travel. It can be travel in your mind. Any type of movement forward. And I feel like a more aligned way. This is the energy of Cancer as well. Chariot. I also feel being very pragmatic in your approaches to things in life. Very balanced. I think that's very useful right now, especially with the craziness of the world. It's a little bit of a circus right now, and I feel like you can expect that through definitely through this month. That's an understatement. I feel like it's in a good way though. To me this feels like moving forward. So if you have investments, I feel like now is the time to again be very I feel like feet on the ground, grounded, and watching things, because it's going to be very, very up and down. So know what you are invested in, know what you hold. I feel like know what you're doing though. And if not, again, be very reasonable and take wins and I feel like in a reasonable way. Don't, anyways. The Chariot. That's just one card. There's a lot packed into this. I could keep going, but let's see what's kind of surrounding this energy. For the sign of Leo. Messages for Leo for March. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, so some of you, this definitely has to do with money. I feel like money is a wonderful tool to help you to do the things that you love to do. So how much is enough? And also, if you're having a difficulty with money, I feel like with maybe charging what you're worth, this to me also feels like what you want to do. So if there is a financial increase, is this enough to allow you to do what you want to do, and how much is actually needed? You don't have to hit the lottery. This to me is like, what do you need to align with your path in a increasing way? Because I feel like we're entering this time. Look at the Schumann resonance, the vibration of the earth, it's steadily increasing. It's steadily more intense. It's what people call, the entering into the fifth dimension. This is a new paradigm opening for a lot of us, and it requires us to align with the energy of the heart, a higher frequency, and what lies there. This is where we're being called to align with the things that we want to do in this life. And to kind of be a little bit bold about it, the Chariot, and to move and act on it. So maybe some of you are already doing this. You already have the Chariot right there in the center. Three of Cups. This is in your subconscious higher self. I feel like this is wanting more, or experiencing more, or needing more. I feel like there's a focus on like enjoyment. What do I like to enjoy? Doing more of that. And I also feel like it has to do with the connections in your life. A heavier emphasis on meaningful connections and kind of cutting back on things that aren't so meaningful. So doing that little bit of a dance with boundaries as well. But this is also, I feel like sharing part of yourself. So if you're doing something new, this is going to require you to share, essentially. be a little bit more of that Leo energy. I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, that's how you show up in the world, your sun sign, if you're listening for that. It's to be seen, right? This can also be saying, you know, join more groups, join more support groups. So if you're trying to go down a new venture, like-minded people, whether it's just on social media, you know, joining, I don't know, Facebook groups or meetup groups or classes. I mean, this to me is saying right now would be a great time to have more support in your life. I feel like this could lead to, again, I'm seeing like kind of like, if you look at everything kind of like energy, it's like it builds upon it for you. It helps enhance it. So bringing more people in helps expand your networks. It helps expand your ideas, even by getting feedback in some sort of way. But some of you, I mean, looking at the last few years, there's definitely been a constriction, a contraction. I think a lot of us have been going within, and it's saying now is the time to go and, you know, outward. I mean, essentially getting different lines of communication open, or being able to be seen or be found in some sort of way. The past, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, it's interesting. So a lot of your reading so far is about reconfiguring. I mean, it's the Pentacle, and Uranus has been in Taurus, which is kind of that energy that kind of picks up here. It's like shifting the tectonic plates of your life about how you make money or what you do day to day. And that is ongoing for another 2 years, right, or so. 10 of Swords. Interesting. What is going on here? 7 of Cups. Lots of thinking. It reminds me of, I don't know if any of you like the Tao Te Ching. It's by Lao Tzu. It's one of my favorite books. The 10 of Swords reminds me of, I think it's number 20, and it starts off with stop your thinking and end all of your problems. That's that card, 10 of Swords. Stop your thinking and end all of your problems. Not everybody's going to like you, but I feel like when you have these boundaries of not being able to be seen or going within, those times are needed, but I feel like that time is clearly coming to an end. And it's saying don't overthink it. There's something overactive in the mind, and it's saying just kind of, I mean, you have to be the Chariot, just go forward. 7 of Cups. I mean, I'm drawn to this dragon here. We're in the year of the dragon. You're being called to be more like the dragon, fearless. But I also feel like in your power, when I think of dragon, I think of like mountains as well. I feel masculine energy. It's the doing. It's kind of pulling that energy up from within you to figure out what you want. Again, this is the challenge here. It's to take off this mask, the not self, essentially, that we might have been living in, or maybe has grown a little stale, the energy, or maybe is getting a little bit boring. Maybe you've mastered something here, or you've just done it so repetitiously it's lost its sparkle, essentially. Because you have a lot of cards about finding what you want. I mean, what's in your power position for me as a reader? 9 of Cups. That's what do you want? What will fill your cup so you can, you know, pour from that to others. You can't pour from an empty cup, like they say. That's kind of this energy here. So there's lots of challenges about, I mean, really it's stepping into your essence, how you present yourself into the world, which is, you know, your sun sign, Leo. This would be it. I mean, this is kind of you waving your weird flag or your freak flag or however you think might make you different. I feel like there's some sort of shift here. And if you want to do it, now would be the time to kind of plant those seeds. So, I mean, right? It's the astrological new year too, as we're approaching this. I feel like now is a wonderful turning point. Spring, I feel like, is the original beginning of the new year. And 9 of Cups. Wow, another card of feeling stuck in the mind. What is this? What is this, Leo? I mean, especially if you're approaching or embarking on something new or going somewhere new, you're not going to know all the details until you get to the destination. I feel like it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's about opening up. It's about, I mean, it's our evolutionary journey of consciousness. And the goal is to align with our true self. The moon. Oh my goodness. Why am I a Leo rising too? I can totally relate to this energy. The moon being in the position of what you need to know. I mean, this is very, very inward contemplation, intuitive knowingness. I mean, this is really taking the time in quiet silence. So if you don't have a lot of that, you're gonna have to make a little bit of time, or even just consciously, like if you're going for a walk, I am in walking meditation, and just notice the things around you. I mean, this to me just feels like consciously, you know, kind of pinching yourself to be present versus, you know, being pulled into the horse and pony show that's kind of going on around the world. Your job is to align with your true self this month. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be this month. That's a big order, but the moon with the 4 of Cups. I mean, this is, again, it's like, how is this going to all play out? Is this going to work? Should I put myself out there? Should I go in this direction? I feel like there's a lot of questions this month, and that's okay. Because it's showing at the end of this month, I feel like as we get into kind of this fiery energy of things moving forward with Aries season, 4 of Cups, there's something here that comes in. And this 4 of Cups reminds me of a little bit of the Buddha sitting against the tree. You know, that's talking about, I mean, the tree is, you know, it grows up to the heavens and reaches down to the middle of the earth, right? It's very grounded, it's very aligned, it's very, it conducts electricity. To me, it feels like it helps rebalance this person. And in that contraction, in that period of, I mean, he's a little melancholy here. He's thinking about what he has, and he's like, I want more. Is this all there is? So there's this element of your reading of like desiring to know more. And then we have the cards of, you know, expanded consciousness. So some of you can be putting more of an emphasis on the unknown. And I think new endeavors can kind of induce this. But I also feel like it's like kind of the new frequency on Earth. I mean, it's really getting you to align with, I mean, this is harmony, more balance in life. I'm really drawn to the Chariot, and both the 2 of Cups have this black and white energy. Black has numerologically the number of 11. White has numerologically the number of 11. 11, 11 here, if you're into numerology. I mean, this to me, 11 is the master number. So you're getting a lot of this energy about aligning with the master within, I feel. And that heals you. I mean, I think it's an ongoing journey. I mean, this to me heals, elevates, progresses, whatever you want to call it. But on top of this, there's the Lion. Lions always represent a need for courage, a need for, I mean, it's that fire, it's that power. I would also double check, I've been saying this to a few other signs, your Chinese animal, and see kind of how that fits in and plays into the year of the dragon. Just because you're getting this dragon here. It's nice to know and kind of pull from different cosmologies to kind of see where it has to say, you know, even with tarot, like how does it offer crumbs of me understanding where I'm at? Take some, leave some. Definitely a time to just be aware if you're getting stuck in a loop in your mind. When you do that, go out and play, go put your feet in the dirt, go jump on a trampoline, go roller skating, go have some fun, change the energy out of it to do something where you can't think too much. For me, I like martial arts. I mean, you can't think too much. I mean, there's a level of skill, but it's, you know, if you think too much, you're gonna get kind of a fist to the face. I'm not saying go do that, but, you know, it gets you kind of out of the worry, into this play, into this fun. It doesn't need to be in a serious way. All right, Leo, let's pull not oracle card. Yes, it is an oracle deck. The Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Let's get a card for you from there. I'll read from the book because it's lovely. One message that would be helpful for the sign of Leo in March. And if you guys are interested in a love reading or relationship reading, I do personals, but I'm curious what people like to hear on YouTube. I feel like there's a lot of people that do love only, so I don't know. Curious if there's even a need for that from my end. All right, messages that would be helpful for Leo to hear. Messages that would be helpful for Leo. The holy mountain. So yeah, it's that mountain that came up earlier. Mountains are very powerful. I used to study with different shamans, different cosmologies, but one of them is mountain shamanism. You essentially use the mountain, hike it to align with the power of the mountain. These are power points. Again, I'm getting very masculine. I'm also seeing the moon. I mean, this looks like it's coming into an eclipse. We're going to be coming into eclipse. The eclipse is soon here. Interesting. Maybe that holds some sort of message for you. I'm also seeing this. I'm drawn to the sun. It looks different to me. There can be stuff going on with the sun. I mean, there's definitely solar flares going on. Anyways, let's read this. Number 25. The essence. Native peoples around the earth recognize mountains as places of great power where one encounters spirit or where the gods or goddesses reside. In ancient Greece, Mount Olympus was the home of the 12 main gods and goddesses. In Tibet, pilgrims circumambulate Mount Kailash to bring prosperity. In Peru, pilgrims climb the ice-capped Mount Asangate to receive the starlight and bring fire in the earth. That's, I've been up this mountain, I can't even pronounce it. Asangate. Okay, the invitation. The holy mountain invites you to go on a sacred pilgrimage to acquire vision and perspective. First, you must accept the present situation as an opportunity to discover higher understanding. Find a sacred altar where others who came before you have prayed and found wisdom, and make your offering there. Make a commitment to walk with courage, love, and compassion until you see with clarity the perfection of all. Medicine. When the holy mountain shows up, it's time to be active. Do not let your doubts deter you and keep you bound. This is time to leap over challenges and to remember that from the top of the mountain there are no obstacles, only beauty and an unobstructed view of the entire earth. And there's no need to go shopping for the right hiking boots or camping equipment to climb the holy mountain. You already have all the gear you need. Overcome any lethargy, indolence, and laziness, as these are real obstacles. Yeah, what a perfect card for your reading. Definitely something here. I always say the first step is the most difficult in any situation. Like for me, I've studied the same thing for a very long time, but stepping out on my own is something I'm working up to. If I was to relate it to this reading, it's a whole different beast. Am I worthy involved in it? Am I good enough? Can I do it? Is it gonna work? All of that stuff. That's the 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords. I mean, that's here. All right, beautiful reading, Leo. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you have specific questions, happy to answer those in a private reading. Feel free to reach out with an email, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I thank you guys for all of your support over the years. And I love reading your comments. So let me know if this applies to you. All right, take care, Leo.